Hey folks, welcome back. So I come up to my tripod and a lot of my birds are following me. If you hear that noise, a little huffing and a little shudder, that is my male breeding duck. He used to be my largest duck. Now he's the smallest male duck, believe it or not, but he's still my breeder because he's got all the characteristics that I like. And he's a good boy. He loves to be pet. He loves to be pet, and he follows me all around the yard. Good duck, good duck. So today, I promised you a video on guinea fowl, right? So I've been raising guinea fowl for a few years. And here in Maine, where I live, my experience with the incubation time with the mother on the nest, on the eggs, not in an incubator, is just about 28 days. You can almost set your watch by it, okay? Or your calendar. So what happens is I'm gonna get into like the little birds and bees, but not too deep. The courting behavior, because male and female guinea fowl will pair up and they'll kind of hang, they'll go and feed together and they'll just kind of hang side by side, right? So the male, it's not like a chicken or a rooster. The male will quickly, very quickly, mount the guinea fowl, the hen, and he'll get on there, and just as soon as he mounts, he dismounts, folks. It's that quick, all right? The courtship, the female will run around in these great big circles, and the male will follow. The male kind of hangs back about 15 yards. So when the female is running around in this great big circle, she can almost like a square turn, folks. She'll be going, then all of a sudden, just like a cartoon, she'll be going and right. If you've ever seen guinea fowl run, they prefer to run than fly. They can run really fast, folks. Their little feet are just a-going. And she'll make a square turn, but she's going so fast, folks, that just like a cartoon, she'll skid right sideways, and there'll be dust fly up, right? And in the dirt, you can see where she literally just skidded sideways. But he's hanging back far enough so he knows where she's going, so, you know, he doesn't have to make that square turn. So she's making square turns here and there. So I technically shouldn't call it a circle, but it really is in the whole scheme of things. So she's working a lot harder than he is, so she gets tired out, and then they pair up, okay? It's not that people come over here, well, they come over here to visit me too, but they come over here to watch the males chase the females because it is a riot, folks. It is a riot, especially when they skid sideways. So that's what that is. Female guinea here like to lay, I'm talking free range for right now, okay? They like to lay in moist soil. Now, I'm not talking about wet soil. I'm talking about cool, damp soil. Now, I've had every one of the nests that I have found have been in the lower ground here. And I have found some behind me. Behind me on the other side of my garden. But it's usually in a divot. So they like that cool, moist soil. So what they'll do is and sometimes several guinea will lay in that nest, right? It's like a chicken. So once they lay eggs and a female guinea becomes broody, she'll sit on them, right? But this is what I have found here, folks. They will lay a false nest. Now, they will find a spot that they want to build their nest in. and then they will lay the eggs and hatch them right there. But if you go here, my experience is about 25 to 35 feet, no, 25 to 35 yards away, they'll lay a false nest. Well, they'll lay 8 or 10 eggs, and that nest is like a decoy. They'll lay 8 or 10 eggs, and then within 25 or 30 yards, they'll lay their real nest. And sometimes, well, I've got one in with my cucumbers, right? But it's on the lower part of my garden, and it is under the last cucumber plant, right next to the drain ditch, all right? So the incubation period is 28 days, free range birds. And what will happen is they will hatch, but the ones that are on the bottom, folks, have been beat into that soft, cool, moist soil. So it's like she lays a bunch of eggs as a barrier between the ground and the eggs that she wants to hatch. All right, and those sometimes will be half buried in the soil, folks. Okay. So a guinea fowls aren't very smart, folks. They really aren't. And some say they're very poor mothers. I have to agree, but I think they're good mothers in a lot of ways as well. The bad part of the guinea fowl in free range, when they lay their nest out in the grass or under a brush pile, what they will do is when she is satisfied that she has enough that have hatched, it doesn't matter if it's raining or if it's a cold morning and there's dew on the ground, it doesn't matter. She will parade those newborn guinea keets, and they're really tiny, folks, and they're very fragile. She'll parade them right through the wet grass, out in the pouring rain, and then they get cold and oftentimes die, right? Now, I know of a lot of people who say just as soon as they hatch, they take the babies away from the mother, because I'm not sure if they're saying that the mother kills them intentionally, or if it's because they parade them through the wet grass and they get chilled and they die. I'm not really sure, folks. So what I do is when they hatch, what I will do is grab 1 or 2 guinea keets, and I can fit 5 guinea keets in the palm of my hand, folks, okay? That's how small they are. Now, I grab 1 or 2 guinea keets and I put them in the brooder, and what she will do is they will holler, and she'll go check them out, see where they are. But she's interested in the rest of the guinea more than she is the 2 that I took away from her. So if I don't get behind her, behind the guinea keets, and kind of move them toward the brooder coop, she'll abandon those 2, okay? If one escapes, one walks away and gets lost in the grass, she will not go find it, folks. She's more interested in saving the mass, what is there, what she can save, instead of chasing that lost guinea keet. All right. So that's what I've experienced.